would like to introduce our next guest, Uncle David Goodknife, who I have had the blessing to meet, him and his incredible lady, his wife. And he has an incredible presentation today as well. One of the things that I'd like to say is, you know, what I'm hearing, especially these previous presentations, is people don't know how to use plant medicine. And Uncle has quite the background and years of experience in that, especially with speaking about the ancient intelligence in plants. I know personally, I've got my full spectrum CBD drops here. And another delight is the harmony rolls, the remedy rolls that we actually use. We use specifically the remedy rolls, which also has CBD and herbal mix. Love these things. Love them, love them, love them. So with that, by the way, CANNA World Expo on 4/20, some of our prizes are going to include remedy rolls. So please be sure to register for your giveaway. And with that, Uncle, we would love to have you speak to us about the ancient intelligence in plants and about how to use this plant medicine, what makes healing sacrament so unique. I mean, we already know here. And tell us about your products and how to access them, please. The magic of healing sacrament. Thank you, Uncle. Take it away.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning. I say that to address your mind, your body, your spirit, and your energy. That is each and every one of you. I want to thank all the eloquent speakers and education that you all are providing, and your efforts and energy on the mission of bringing the cannabinoids out to humanity. God bless you all for your work. I come to the cannabinoid work from an interesting metaphysical approach, uh, whereby we use the plant medicines in the ritual and ceremonial context, and I gather that's my mission out here is to also address all aspects of the being versus where we're just dealing with the medical and the scientifical. And I'm all about the whole being and more of the experiential reality. Uh, Coming from into this arena as a peotist and a ritual psychedelic practitioner. Um, Not everyone can access that medicine. We're already talking about the difficulties with the states coming on board, and all the alphabet organizations coming in. Uh, it's really hard to bring it out into the masses to work with the other plant medicines, and uh, having, as I've heard many of you share your own personal stories, having dealt with the cyclical depression over the last two generations for myself, uh, uh, I started doing the work with the peyote in a microdosing format, only because the elders said, "Here, nephew, do it like this." And however, that is again can't be brought out into the mainstream very easily unless everybody joins the church, which I think everybody should join the church. But going forward, um, as a practitioner and a ceremonialist, uh, we found people coming to us and needing help. We found families with children with epilepsy, and specifically one family, the father was in the cannabis industry and got us making the medicine for his epileptic infant, and that's how we made that shift into working with the cannabis. Our role with Healing Sacrament is to bring the four values of life: the mind, the body, the spirit, and the energetic vibration of the being. So we have the responsibility to also put what we call the magic into the products, and that's the song and prayer. Uh, and I emphasize, just like young lady and Amy, uh, keeping a whole track of all your care. And like to promote that the song, the singing, the dancing, the prayers as well into uh, your self care, because that is the bigger game. That's the bigger game. And yes, it's not too scientific adding those, but then again, that ancient knowledge has been there for eons. So if we include those values and add the ritual mindset with the plant medicine work, we're seeing great outcomes. Worked with the RSO treatment protocol for cancer patients, but it's not just the cannabis, but it's the songs, it's the healing, it's adding the magic, it's working with the water, it's working with the sun, it's working with all components, it's walking barefoot. All of those things that can't be quantified in the modern mind. Uh, those are the powerful tools, powerful tools. Sun charging the water, all of these additional healing tools that are forgotten this day, are forgotten. And that's our job with Healing Sacrament, uh, is putting the prayers and that vibration into the works, whether it's with our remedy rolls, our herbal and hemp cigarettes, or our tinctures, and we've the clearly tincture, which is our utilitarian one, which is just with the CBD isolate and the MCT oil. We put the songs and change the vibration. So we're hoping that the medicine wheel symbol will kind of represent that out there in humanity. Further to that, um, as I'm not the type, you won't see a PowerPoint because I'm not that savvy on the computer. Um, Most of the elders that I've learned from in the ritual reality are the total other end of the academia, meaning they weren't educated with the Western mind. So sometimes I find the Western mind will cause blocks for humanity to have the willingness to explore plant medicine. To that, my standard prayer in most of the medicine is Creator, allow this medicine to work within humanity and provide the willingness to reevaluate the judgment systems we've been indoctrinated with. I hope. So that is where we're at. We see our role as stepping outside the academia and adding the metaphysics into products. And God bless you all for doing what you're doing, and love to be of service in that way. You can find our products uh, on remedyrolls.com. We have affiliate programs. And thank God for Denise helping set up all of these wonderful opportunities. And God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Any questions?
Oh, absolutely. So, Uncle, please, would you kindly tell us what herbs are in the rolls?
Oh, that's the fun stuff. There's bearberry, which historically, what all my data is pre-FDA, CDC, pre. It's all way before that. bearberry acts as a mild narcotic when you smoke it. So it has a value. We also use the willow bark, which again is another pain reliever similar to what they extract it for the aspirin. Um, we use the mullein, the comfrey, uh, and the yerba santa, goldenrod. Uh, my favorite, excuse me, uh, my favorite is the penny royale, but I have to use it just so sparingly. So all in total, there's about a dozen different herbs in the kinnikinnick, and I'll tell you what that word means. Uh, sorry, I've got a Lucy never gives up. Uh, uh, bring me back there. Sorry for the distractions. The herbs, you've got 6 medicinal herbs in the remedy rolls, and another 6 that are there for flavor. So the 6 are medicinal values. You can find them on remedyrolls.com on the tab understanding, and you'll get the historical uh, contents and data on those.
Thank you so much. And before I hand questions over to Charles in just a moment, since we were discussing ingredients, can you please tell me what the key ingredient for clearing the lungs is, and is it included in remedy rolls?
Yes, yes, and there's a couple, 2, 3 plants that do that. The mullein, the and the comfrey, and the yerba santa add those values. So it's real good this day and age with everybody fearing the vid, and those are natural remedies. You know, the smoking the mullein in the old days was a tuberculosis, asthma, was a remedy to mitigate the episodes, and that is all was all dismissed with reefer madness and quackery. So we're going back to pre 1920s. This data, which was contemporary data, but it was buried with that reefer madness and quackery, and so that's all starting to inch its way out. And I know that it's happening because uh, 4 months ago, I was building a batch and couldn't find any mullein in the universe because people are gobbling it up now. So that's my empirical data. It's hard to find now.
Thank you.
So that's a blessing. Okay, humanity's going for it. So they're using the old herbal recipes, and with the vid and all that's going on, I'm seeing, which makes me feel so joyous, is I'm seeing people willing to look outside the box, and that's a blessing for all of us that are trying to do this work.
Thank you. Charles, I'd like to pass over the questions to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Uh, what do you believe that some of the challenges are for getting plant medicine into the right hands?
It's the cultural dogma that I spoke about in the prayer. You know, it's the conditioning, and it is going to take advocates like you all, and one on one, the healers, hand in hand, working with the constituents out there, and building trust out there with the individuals. So it's campaigns will help. You know, I listen to my coast to coast and radio, and you're hearing CBD commercials coming out in the big campaign. It's going to need the big campaign and the personal influencers, uh, people that with the credentials that the, the the general public has a tendency to trust more. So we created the healers pack with our tinctures, which is a pack of medicine, and we're promoting that with the masseuses, with the chiropractors, with the acupuncturists. I even got a barber who carries it. uh, so that where people are being able to trust those those practitioners, and they can get the little nudge and the coaching to go in and trust the medicines.
Are all of the ingredients that are in your remedy rolls, for example, are you able to ship them nationwide?
Oh yeah, no problem with that. With the
Good.
connect.
Well, thank you, Uncle Goodknife, and good to see you again. To you, Jessica. I mean, Tasha.
Thank you. Tasha is unable to join us anymore. She has something that she has to attend to. However, Denise and I will be here for the rest of the day. Uncle, I do have a couple more questions for you.
All right.
Since we've got some more time, and you have a plethora of information.
Yeah.
So this little baby right here, which I'm take every day. Why choose kettle brew, such as this product, over the mass production techniques that are out there for producing hemp-based CBD?
Just because I'm old fashioned. I'm just old fashioned. I mean, it's like you can't even put, he's beyond conservative. It's like vape pens. We could have launched vape pens for our product, but that's so new. Um, it, it's just the old fashioned way, and I know the whole plant is in there. Just heat and fire and song into the medicine. You know, you don't need scientific analysis. It's just the old way of doing it. And we know that all the terpenes get in there. We know that everything is still there.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, and then I put a little dash of honey to sweeten it up for you, girl.
Thank you.
Dash.
Thank you. Okay. Well, this one is another one that is really incredible. So I would like we, CANNA World, all of our viewers and listeners, would like to know, is healing sacrament products used in ceremonies such as Sundance, where we know you are a 20-plus-year veteran,
Yeah.
and firekeeper and lodge builder, which is, for those who don't know, is all I can say, because that's just amazing, incredible, amazing. So, is the healing sacrament products used in the ceremony?
The kinnikinnick, which is the herbal blend, the bearberry, the willow bark, the marshmallow lovage, your sage, mullein, comfrey, goldenrod, uh, always been used and rolled in a corn husk, and that was a tool that people would smoke to ground themselves. Still to this day, in the teepee meetings, in the peyote meetings, and in the arbor, the elders have us smoke that. They prefer that versus the nicotine. Uh, I usually will take the blend pre-COVID, would roll it in the corn husk as part of the beginning of the rituals, and we would smoke the corn husk and pass it around. Once we've smoked, then we introduce ourselves to the community. We introduce our intentions, why we're here in this ritual, and it goes around, and it's the beginning. Uh, the tranquility that is achieved from smoking the herbs is just unmeasurable. To this day, I don't know if it's just that I've gotten lazy or I'm gonna use the bid as excuse. Uh, I'll pass the box around with the hundreds of them, and we do the same format, so we're not passing the smoke just because of the fear that's in the air. And that's a big issue that we need to mitigate right now, is the fear, because that doesn't help anything. um, and we'll smoke before going into the sweat lodge. That way, I know that the participants are grounded and I see them there and ready to go into that transformation into the hut of the no seeing, the darkness, the aromatherapy, my loud buffalo drum, really loud drum. Uh, so yeah, that's how I cope with tinnitus. Just pound on my drum real loud. Then I can adapt that joke to, how do you cope with tinnitus? Play your rock and roll real loud.
Exactly, exactly. And one last question as we are going to be transitioning over soon. I'd like to, because you have so much ancient healing information and techniques, what is the best way for children um, to use and the mullein to use for like lung clearing and healing with
Sure.
these products?
So a small little chanu for the parents or the providers is a good handy tool, or you can use the smokable in the cigarette format.
Yeah,
And
and that's right here.
yeah, like that. And can you see my picture on the screen? You basically make a cone with a piece of paper,
Hmm.
and you just blow it into their face very gently and coax them into it. So if they're having an episode, it's kind of like putting a humidifier in the room. You just want to breathe it gently. You want to have the humidifier and blow the smoke into their nose. And that's the old way of doing it. And because often enough, the youth, you don't want to be lighting one up for them. And it's actually, I've been told that the best way is with the bubbler, or as they call it, uh, technically a water pipe, or the kids would call it a bong, with ice in there. Um, and then that cooled smoke would be the best for the youth when you're
Thank you.
treating them for symptoms.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Uncle. We appreciate your blessings, your wisdom, your product, which we use regularly here. We've got our big box of 200, and yeah, we love our remedy rolls. So thank you so much. I will be seeing you soon.
Yeah,
And thank you again for joining us on CANNA World Expo. And we look forward to having you back again, Uncle.
blessings, blessings.
Thank you. Thank you.